Alright, what's up, guys? We are back with Attack on Titan, chapter 133, Sinners. Last chapter was really, like, it was really depressing, man. Um, seeing our girl Hanji go down like that, but, I'm really interested to see, like, the immediate aftermath of that, of a death, like, just seeing, I mean, the first page here, I think, spells out a pretty good sort of reaction of just like seeing how all these characters are reacting to that. Like you would have to imagine after something like that happening, morale is going to be down, down the toilet, right? So how do they pick themselves back up from that and sort of push forward? Um, I'm excited to see that, but yeah, let's get into it, man. So yeah, speaking of that first page, even Levi, man, poor Levi, seeing literally all of his friends going down. Our fuel. Yes, we were only able to fuel it halfway. Will it be enough to get to Fort Salta? I promise you, I'll get us there. The flying boat is the legacy Commander Hanji left to us. One final hope. So I promise I will get us to that base, no matter what. So you need to promise me that you will stop the rumbling, no matter what it takes. Right. We're all counting on you. On Yankabone. Listen up. Let's go over the plan. Look at Armin taking charge, man. I mean, the torch was passed on to him, but it's nice to see him, like, yeah, taking charge now. First, Captain Levi. Pick. Is this what the founding titan that you saw looked like? Yes, though it's not as if I got a good look at it. It's an enormous pile of moving bones, the world's biggest bug. If it's like other titans, the body controlling it would be in the nape of the neck. With what we know about the Warhammer Titan, we can't be sure. In other words, we don't know where Eren is. Even if we don't, we could always just blow the whole thing away, like the way you flattened Liberio's naval port and left nothing behind. Your Colossus Titan could do it. True, that would be the most effective method, but only once we've exhausted all possibility of talking with Eren. So there's still, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, man, but he's still intent on talking with Eren. I guess. I mean, we know Mikasa definitely shares the same sort of belief, but then if this is the only way left to stop him, it'll be our last resort. Nothing wrong with having a last resort, but Eren's controlling the founding titan through Zeke, right? Couldn't we stop the rumbling just by killing Zeke? You know, you might be right. There's no proof, but that was Hanji's hypothesis. Of course, we don't know Zeke. That's the biggest question, right? Is that we don't know where Zeke is, or they don't know where Zeke is. Um, then we'll just have to find that furry bastard inside those bones, and I'll stop Zeke. I'll just need a little help. Captain, of course, we had to kill many of our comrades to get this flying boat in the air. We can't let that slaughter have been in vain. This is all to stop the rumbling. I'll do whatever it takes. Jean. I shot and killed Samuel and Dawes. I sliced up people I knew until their familiar faces were unrecognizable. All while they called me a traitor, while they told me they were saving the world. Hey, Reiner, you, Berthold, Annie, it must have been awful for you. Wow, he's actually like sort of like sympathizing with him, or because now for once, like he's actually in those shoes, right? Um, he can kind of relate to what Annie and Reiner and Berthold actually had to go through, like literally killing their comrades, right? Or the people that they met and within the walls. Um, I mean, obviously not to that same degree, right? But definitely Connie can definitely relate to that a little bit. Um, it's nice to see, man. I feel like Jean is like the most like resolved out of the group, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like he knows what he wants to do. Like he knows what needs to be done. So that's cool to see from him. Um, my sins are beyond redemption. Even if we manage to save what's left of humanity, I doubt I'll ever forgive myself. But, well, let's at least save the rest of humanity. Yeah, Reiner. You're right. It's really nice to see them coming together. Even if we can't be redeemed, we've still got to do this, I guess. That's right. We are the same, Reiner. I never had any right to blame you for anything because I became a murderer in order to save others. Yeah, Eren said the same thing to me. The night of the attack on Liberia, yeah. I mean, yeah, he did, like, almost word for word, right? That he didn't blame Reiner and the others for what they did. I feel like I kind of understand what Eren's thinking. Do you think Eren might want us to stop him? What do you mean? That's just how it feels to me. I've been wondering about something. Eren can now control the actions of every Titan in Eldian, but we're still able to ys the power of the Titans the way we all always could. That's a really interesting point that I didn't even think about, right? Because I mean, with Ymir sort of like no longer in control, you would think that with that being into effect, that like since she controls that happening, that the others wouldn't be able to actually utilize that ability, that power to transform into Titans. Um, since Ymir has been sort of freed, but yeah, so it's almost like now that she's kind of like with Eren, um, Eren would have to essentially like he's allowing for them to be able to still transform. Is that kind of the line of thinking here? Um, if that is the case, then maybe what who said it was Reiner? Um, who did say it? But the person whoever said that, okay, maybe Eren wants us to stop him, then that would definitely lead credence to that idea. The fact that yeah, if Eren is still allowing, because he could easily just say like, no, you guys, no more, you guys are not going to turn into Titans anymore because like they present the best opportunity to stop him, pretty much the only people who can stop him, and the fact that he's still allowing them to transform, um yeah, it definitely, that idea definitely leads credence to okay, well, like maybe he wants us to stop him, right? um so that's really interesting, man. I didn't even think about that. um okay, so are you saying that Eren is choosing not to interfere with us? Yes, he's letting us act freely, almost as if he's testing us to see what we'll do. Why? Even though we might be able to stop the rumbling, it's the same for him. It must be painful for him too. Slaughtering all of humanity isn't something anyone can endure. If it was me, I'd probably want someone else to handle the power of the founder by now. And if that wasn't possible, I want it to be stopped by someone. Huh? What? What just happened, man? Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I was so like, because we left off the last panel before we flipped the page. It was Mikasa saying like, "Huh?" I was like, I thought Reiner was pretty clear on what he said, but okay, it makes sense why she said that because they just got like sent over to like the Titan realm. Um, Interesting. I mean, they're right next to the Yggdrasil. Hmm. Not again. What the? What was was he eavesdropping on us? Eren, please listen to us. You've done enough. I'm sure that no one is going to lay a hand on Paradis for centuries to come now. That's just how much fear and destruction you've brought. You could still agree to a non-aggression pact and end this. You don't have to kill anyone else. The island is fine now. We were wrong. We are the ones who forced you to this point. Eren. Oh wow, dude. Even Jean. Yeah, even Jean is pleading with him, man. Eren, we'll figure out the rest from here, so you don't have to keep slaughtering people for our sake. Yeah, that's right. Eren, I hated you over what happened to Sasha, but I know that you must have been as sad as the rest of us, right? And yet, I never even considered what it must have been like to be in your position. Eren. Oh, now Mikasa, what's she gonna say? I want to share the burden of your sins with you. We're all guilty of the same sins, so please stop avoiding us like this. Now I feel like is the major question, and the major question is like, is Eren even going to like acknowledge them, right? I mean, why else would he bring them here, right? He's obviously gonna have a conversation with them. Um, Eren, please come back to us. Hear that, Eren? Stop now, and I'll let you off with an ass kicking. Hey, are you gonna make us do all the talking? Eren, I will not stop the rumbling. Oh my god, dude. I won't leave the future of paradise to fate. I will keep moving forward. What? Damn. And it's almost like before we actually see Eren in the next page, it's almost like him saying that like I will not stop the rumbling. Like I'm just imagining it. I'm curious to see how the anime is going to like portray this, but I'm just imagining it like it's just like this voice, almost like a god, right, speaking from the heavens, and it's just like his voice that everyone is like hearing, like like all around them, right? That's just kind of like how I'm imagining it, right? Like literally a god's voice like coming down from the heavens to address them. um yeah, but okay. So, alright, so Levi points out that Eren is all the way at the Yggdrasil tree. Is that Kid Eren? Eren! That is Kid Eren. Huh? Isn't that a kid? But that's Eren. Eren! Why can't you just stop it, Eren? Are you saying you can't trust us? Then why are you still letting us use the power of the Titans? We can talk all we want now that we're here, right? So talk to us. We weren't always going to be together, so please don't go any further away from us than you already have. Eren. To hold freedom in my own hands, I must take freedom from the rest of the world. But I will not take anything from you. You are all free. Good lord, man. What a line, dude. To hold freedom in my own hands, I must take freedom from the rest of the world. Um you are even free to defend the freedom of the rest of the world. And I have the freedom to continue moving forward. So long as we have our own unbreakable convictions, we will collide. Therefore, only one thing remains for us to do. Fight. Wow. So oh my, so he's like committing himself to like, yeah, like I'm free to do what I need to do right now. You guys are free to do what you guys want to do. If you guys want to come after me, you're free to do so. Like I will not stop you from doing that. But just know, if you do continue to move forward, we will collide. We will fight, right? Um God, dude. That's so cool because I feel like it just like on a pure sort of like basic level, I feel like this like really flies in the face of like typical like would you consider this is I actually don't know. Is Attack on Titan a shonen or would you consider that a seinen? I actually don't know. Um but just in general, I feel like it kind of flies in the face of like, like typical shonen, right? Like I feel like in this situation, like he would be like talk no jutsu or something like that, something along those lines. But Aaron's still like planting his feet firmly into the ground. And like no, like this is what I'm going to do. If you guys come after me, like again, you guys are free to do what you want, but if you come after me, we will fight. Simple as that. Um, so I really do appreciate that. Um, and Ymir right by his side, man. I love this shot right here with them together. It's very deliberate, man. Just the same like their faces. How similar Aaron's face is to Ymir. That sort of like skeletal look that he has, that Ymir has always had since we first met her. Um, of her eyes being like completely shadowed out, like hollowed out, almost like a skull, and Eren now sharing that very similar appearance. Um, it's like it's pretty chilling, to be honest, to see him like that. Um, but again, it's like really cool. I can't, I can't help but saying that. Um, what? Then why did you call us here? So I could speak to you and tell you there's no need for us to speak. If you wish to stop me from doing this, you will have to stop me from breathing. You are free to try. God. So it's almost like he's like making like their decision for them, right? Because they've been like very sort of like on the fence, right, of like what they should do in regards to Eren. But then recently, because they had their last resort sort of plan of like essentially nuking Eren, right? And then they were even thinking about needing to find Zeke as well. But definitely it seems like their priority number one was to try to talk Eren out of this. But now with what's going on now, it's very much like Eren is making their decision for them, right? Very much pushing them into the sort of decision to like, no, you guys are going to have to kill me if you want to stop me. Like, I'm not gonna be talked out of this. If you want to truly stop me, I won't stop until I'm dead, right? Until I'm no longer breathing, right? Um, so yeah, if you want to save humanity, the only solution to this to all of this is to kill me. Um, so I really love how just like forthright he's being about this. Like not beating around the bush or anything like that. It's just like it's just laid out flat, what they need to do. It's just laid out, like all the cards are out on the table, I feel like. Um and that's it. They're right back. They're right back. I cannot wait to see what are they gonna like. What's their reaction to this, man? Right? Because they've kind of been like resolved to like talking him out of it, and now like I mean, especially Mikasa, man. Like now, I feel like the realization more so than ever is creeping in that like they have to kill Eren now, right? So what are they gonna say? Um, what happened? And Mikasa's on the floor. Well, looks like my prediction was right. Is there nothing we can do? Negotiations are over, I guess. Now what? Commander. Armin, what is he? He's got to say it, right? I mean, he's got to come out and say it. That we need to kill Eren. I think he has to say it now, right? Where to now? The voyage to Hizuru will take several days. I do believe that Lady Mikasa and the others will stop the rumbling. However, I'm certain my homeland is already unable to stand on its own as a nation. Guess fish is all I'll be eating for a while. And he just like didn't even like okay. Hizuru's seafood is exquisite. That's nice. Oh, guess we can eat birds too. Like she's not even like really concerned with what she's saying, with what Kiyomi is saying. Um, I'm the one who brought Zeke and Eren together. I doubt there is any way for me to atone for the sin of bringing about this mass slaughter. Well, then say you could do it over again. Also, it's really interesting. Like I know the chapter is called Sinners, but like Kiyumi talking about her sins, um, sort of Reiner, Connie, and Jean, like all of their sins are the latter relating to Reiner in terms of like their shared sins. And then I think Mikasa, when she was running the errands, saying that like we can like the burden of these sins, like we can share them together or whatever. So definitely a heavy emphasis on that. Um, would you never get involved with the aliens and just watch everyone on Paradise die? We can never turn back the clock. My regrets will stay with me forever. I cannot claim to have searched for every possible way to ensure that the aliens did not die. I acted with the profit and the honor of my clan first and foremost. I wonder, why don't we realize we've lost it until it's gone? The feeling of respect for the dignity of others without regard for profit or loss. Oh, look at Annie, man. And one of her biggest memories, or one of the biggest things that she's kind of looking back on, is Armin. So the feeling of respect for the dignity of others without regard for profit or loss.